see, we understand U.S. power politics going on in the Iran crisis, as well as the oil and global trade. Last year, he had tariffed 70 nations, manufacturing nations, with such a tariff hike that it would be very difficult for these nations to keep on manufacturing for the United States of America. And today, we see a shift in the oil and global economy. It's teetering, and we still understand that because of these tensions between Venezuela, then we have with Iran, the oil markets seem to be shaking up. I want to understand your take, because it's quite important right now. The World Trade Organization and the bodies that control international trade are almost defunct, and it is taking a bite out of all the economies of the planet. Because of such a situation, investors are not being able to garner that confidence for their investments in any nation. So I want to understand, is this a bad time for businessmen as well?
Yeah, of course it is. Businessmen, and therefore the economies of all the world. But and since you have raised this, is a very interesting and lengthy issue, this trade things. You must have remarked that the Supreme Court of the USA has declared unequivocally by a majority vote that Donald Trump, or the President of the US, has no authority, no power to decide on tariff. The judgment is given. It will be coming out soon in the printed form, and then these tariff things will be taken care of. But it takes time. Harm is being done meanwhile, but it will not be there finally. Donald Trump, or the President of the US, has no power. I have been saying this before, but the Supreme Court of the USA has said it, and it will come very soon out. It is there. So before that, Donald Trump is going with his 25% and 50%. He doesn't have this authority. So that is one thing. But meanwhile, the world is suffering. USA is suffering, but he doesn't believe. He thinks USA is at the topmost position in his time. That is not true. Statistics do not say that. So this is going, but the problem is the damage has been done. And if this war comes, which we are all afraid it will, I only wish it didn't, then of course there will be another severe topsy-turvy, as you have hinted before, or you have said before, that when the war comes, Strait of Hormuz is going to be closed. And then there will be severe problem with oil supply. And oil, as you know, is at the root of all manufacturing and everything. So there is going to be a severe rise in oil price and a severe constraint in production in the worldwide. Going to be a severe problem in the economies of the world. So I am afraid the poorer countries will suffer more, because they have very little cushion to live with. So I am afraid that this, though the war is far away from us, but in the present world, no war is far away. It affects everyone. So we are also going to be, Bangladesh is going to be affected this way or that way, with enhanced prices of oil and every other thing.